Welcome back to the channel where we spotlight Black excellence in film and TV so you don't have to miss some great Black-led roles. Let's get into it. First up, The Legend of Bagger Vance. This movie is considered sports fantasy, which I didn't even know was a genre, but regardless, this movie is fantastic. Shown to me by a work peer when I started getting into golf, this stars a pre-slap Will Smith, which is the best Will Smith. It might even be pre-Jada. It's from the 2000s. I got no idea when they got married. Anyways, I don't like her. That's got nothing to do with anything. The movie, though, follows Bagger Vance, a caddy with that magic touch to bring out special something in our protagonist golfer played by Matt Damon. It's a really fun movie. It's got some ups, it's got some downs, and it's got some comedy.
Who's that? I could have killed you out there.
Oh, no, sir. See, I set myself directly in front of you. Judging by how you was hitting them balls, I figured that's why I'd be out of harm's way.
It's really good old-fashioned Will Smith doing what he does best, which is delivering hit movies with a mix of fun and emotion. I didn't know this existed for a very long time. I don't know how I missed it. Maybe I'd seen it and it went over my head. Don't know, could be anything. Trust me though, even if you're not a golfer or into golf or anything like that, I think this one is worth watching, if only because you need something to watch or you want to reminisce about the days before Will Smith embarrassed himself. Regardless, I don't think you'll regret this movie by any stretch of the imagination. Next up, Sorry to Bother You. Now this is a comedy, fantasy, sci-fi. Stay with me. When I tell you this movie has been on my list for years, I'm talking years. I'm kidding, it wasn't on that for that long. This is from like 2018, but it has been on my list for at least a little bit of time. This is a comedy, it's weird, it's fun, and in a much different kind of fun than Bagger Vance. It takes place in this alternate reality Oakland. It almost feels like a Rick and Morty episode. If you know Rick and Morty and you know interdimensional cable, it feels like I'm watching one of the universes that would have a weird TV show in their universe. And I know that kind of sounds weird for some of you. That makes absolutely no sense, but either way, for both the people that understand me and the ones that don't, this movie has a very popular game show that is really just about people getting beat up on camera. They don't fight back, by the way. They're not there to fight back. They're just in this game show that doesn't have a game, and they just get the crap beat out of them on TV. And apparently it's the most popular show in the movie. So that pretty much gave me Rick and Morty vibes, and then the twist at the ending, my god, pretty much solidified it for me that this must have been from a Rick and Morty episode or universe. I won't reveal anything about that. You'll have to watch to find out what that twist is. But basically, our main character, Cassius, finds himself a golden ticket to fortune in a talent he has putting on a white voice during telemarketing calls. And he has all the plans in the world to ride that talent straight to the top. Of course, shenanigans ensue during that rise, and that's where the movie gets good.
I hope you have a good day.
Hope you have a better week.
I hope your month is full of successful days and a lot of great ventures. I hope you just come up, brother.
I hope your whole fucking year is spectacular.
Oh, you hope my year is spectacular?
Yeah.
You got something you want to say to me?
You got something you want to say?
You smell great.
You smell great. What is that?
Burberry, what you got on?
I forgot.
Smells expensive.
It's just deodorant.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
We smelling good. Some smelling good brothers out here.
You an awesome man, and I appreciate you.
Hope you find yourself,
Yeah, we
too.
should go out, get drinks.
You want to get drinks?
Yeah.
How many drinks?
2, 3,
3,
4,
5,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10?
All of them.
On me?
It's on me. No, it's on me now.
You?
Yeah, it's on me now.
It's mainly a comedy, super duper light on the sci-fi side of things. So if you're in the mood for just something fun and a little weird, maybe very weird is a better way of putting that. If you're having a stressful day and you want to joke around, or maybe you just worked in telemarketing before, this is the movie. Take some risks, watch the movie, and enjoy yourself. Another highly recommended movie, Pacific Rim, specifically the second one starring John Boyega. He's not my favorite actor by any means, but I think he does a really good job in this movie, and this movie itself isn't directed by Guillermo del Toro like the previous one, so there's a bit of different feel to it. It looks a little bit different, which a lot of people don't like this one. compared to the first one. I think this one is still really good though. I tend to be a big fan of sequels because the universes are already sort of told to you, so you can just get into the nitty-gritty. That's why I like The Matrix Reloaded, because you already know what The Matrix is. Now you can just jump deeper into it. So I'd say a little bit of the same thing going on with this sequel. You get right into it. There's some great action scenes that they did this time around, especially when we're talking about the three-man Jaeger. Is probably my favorite. There's also this like ninja samurai acrobatic robot with the double swords, and don't get it twisted, I don't like this one necessarily more than the first one. The first one is extraordinary, and I do hope they bring back Guillermo for the third one, but we'll have to see. Now, a lot of people, keep in mind, a lot of people are mad about this because they don't like the robot movements. I personally liked it. I thought it was, it left me with the idea that like, oh, they probably innovated on the machines to make them faster and better, as we innovate on our weaponry in the real world. But a lot of people weren't happy about that. Now, for those of you that don't know the movie, if you've never heard of it, give the trailer now a good thorough look. You can find that on the link down below. But basically, creatures, kaiju from an alternate universe, invade Earth in this universe in order to demolish and take over. They're not exactly sure why and what their end game is, but we know they want to basically eradicate all humans and essentially take over and terraform the planet. Hollywood doesn't tend, or Western movies in general, don't tend to do a lot in the mech genre. It's more of an anime thing with things like Gundam, Neon Genesis, Escaflowne, Eureka, Gurren Lagann, the list goes on. If you are interested in those types of animes or just giant robot stuff, giant robots fighting monsters, which I think is cool, then definitely give this one a try. Better yet, make it a double feature. Watch the first movie, watch the second movie, and pick between the two which you prefer. Next up, we've got Beasts of the Southern Wild. This is a very interesting movie, kind of weird. Not as weird as the twist ending of Sorry to Bother You. That's really weird. This one is not going to be everyone's cup of tea regardless, which I completely understand. To be fair, I'm not even sure I would have watched this normally if it wasn't for the fact that this was shown to me back when I was in film school many moons ago. But man, this is a powerful movie.
The whole universe depends on everything fitting together just right. If one piece busts, even the smallest piece, the entire universe will get busted.
As you can see, you're following this 6-year-old girl and her dad on occasion as they sort of prepare for the end of the world, to my understanding. There's weird points where like her dad gets sick, and then the nature seems to also kind of get sick. There are these creatures roaming around. It's weird. It's a weird one. I'm telling you, this is a weird one. It's a very strange movie. If the trailer looks interesting, if anything I've said sounds interesting to you, this is probably a film you'll enjoy. I have to say, even as someone who wouldn't have normally gone out of their way to watch this, I enjoyed this. Even just for something very different, there's something very poetic about it. It seems very much like a children's storybook, a poetic book, maybe like a nursery rhyme or something that they somehow created a live action movie around, but there really isn't any book story to fall back on. It's really good though. It's really good. Now we have Soul. This is a Disney Pixar combo movie with Jamie Foxx as the voice actor, which, by the way, I don't think Jamie Foxx gets enough props for how good of an actor I think he really is. If you ever seen his show back in the day, he did a really good job in that, and a lot of things I see him in. Django Unchained is probably my favorite movie of all time, next to The Matrix. Crushes it. But everyone in that movie crushed it, to be honest with you. Anyways, if A Beast of the Southern Wilds is not your cup of tea, but you still want something that's heartfelt, fun, and for kids and adults alike, I'd say Soul's got all of that mixed into one for you. Joe, played by Jamie Foxx, is a middle school band teacher whose life hasn't gone quite the way he expected, wanting, like so many of us artists, for that big break, for a moment to shine, to share our talent, our gift, our art with everyone, to be recognized and acknowledged. As you can probably guess by the trailer and where I'm going, that pursuit kinda gets him killed, and that's where the story really begins. You got Richard Ayoade, for those of you that are familiar with the IT crowd, Angela Bassett, I believe is how you pronounce it, who is just a really powerful actress. I don't know how else to describe her. So That's just to name a few of the cast members. Do yourself a favor, if you haven't seen Soul, please go. And if you have seen it, watch it again. It's still good the second time. Highly recommend. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know on the movies that you're currently watching. Let me know about the movies I mentioned in this list. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Comment down below and come back for more.